Good afternoon and welcome to today's webinar, Illinois' Free IT Training through Coursera. For today's webinar, we have muted everyone's phone lines to prevent distractions during our presentations today. If you do have questions at any time during our presentation, we ask that you please type them into the chat. We have staff on who are going to be monitoring the chat to make sure all of our questions get addressed. We have several great presenters on today's webinar who will be covering opportunities that are available to all Illinois citizens at no cost. We will start out today's webinar by hearing from DCEO regarding the initiatives that have been made to make these opportunities possible. We will then take a closer look at how you can gain access to Coursera's free online training. Hold on one second. Coursera's free online training and navigate the free courses that are available. We'll then be hearing from our partners who have training opportunities available through Coursera. Our partners are going to include National ABLE's IT Lab, Tech Ready, Google, the Illinois Community College Board. And after hearing from our partners, we're going to then open things up for question and answers. So if you guys do have any questions, do make sure you're getting those put into the chat. Without further ado, I'm going to pass things over to Lisa Jones with Illinois' Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity with the Office of Employment and Training, and she is going to be giving us a little overview about what we're going to be talking about today.
Good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you joining us today for this webinar. As Olivia said, I'm Lisa Jones with the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, Office of Employment and Training. And this webinar today, as Olivia mentioned in her overview, is really going to walk you through Coursera and how our partners are using Coursera and some of the exciting things that they're doing that you can avail yourself of. We started working with Coursera probably in about May, and they came to us as part of COVID and them wanting to step up and do their part. They started the Workforce Recovery Initiative, and we decided to partner with them to provide citizens of Illinois that have been impacted by COVID with training and certification opportunities for free. So since June 1, we have been working towards that end. We're very excited about the coursework and the number of folks that are availing themselves of Coursera. In Illinois, we did things a little bit differently. Coursera has over 3,800 courses that folks can access. But for us, we looked at our demand and where the jobs really are and decided to focus on IT. So when Olivia shows you how to access Coursera, when you get onto Illinois' Coursera site, what you're going to see is a catalog that shows IT certifications as well as digital skills training and also job readiness training. So I just again want to thank you all. We're excited to be able to offer this opportunity to you, and I hope that you will avail yourself of the resources that we're going to be talking about today. So thanks so much.
Great, thank you so much, Lisa. Next, we're going to be turning things over to actually look at how you gain access to Coursera. My name is Olivia Miller. I'm a Training and Development Specialist with Southern Illinois University Carbondale Center for Workforce Development, and I'm going to be going over all that information with you. We're going to turn away from the PowerPoint for a second, and we're going to actually dive into the tools online. David, can you confirm that you're able to see Illinois WorkNet on my screen?
Yes, I sure can.
Perfect. So for a limited time, Illinois citizens have access to online information technology and job readiness courses from top institutions for free by using Coursera. Free Coursera online courses allow you the opportunities to be able to build your skills and earn certificates and degrees. You can register for these courses through September, and they must be completed by December 31st, 2020. And we also like to make sure everybody is aware that unemployment insurance will not be affected by taking and completing the courses through Coursera. So in order to access these courses, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to illinoisworknet.com. We first need to make sure that we're getting you access to access the courses for free. To get access, you'll do that by coming to Illinois WorkNet, which I just dropped the link into the chat. You'll then be directed to the Illinois WorkNet homepage. You're going to click the Find Training button located in the purple Training and Services box. This is going to direct you to the Training Quick Start Guide. And as you can see on this page, we do have quite a few different training options available for you to go in and take a look at. For today, we're going to be focusing on the free Coursera courses. So in order to access more information on that page, you're going to click the free Coursera online courses button. You will then be directed to an information page that's going to provide you more information on getting started with Coursera. In order to access the Coursera courses for free, you will need to have an Illinois WorkNet account. So if you already have an Illinois WorkNet account, you can come to this page and then simply click this log in and access your free courses. When you click that button, it's going to prompt you to log into your Illinois WorkNet account. Once you're logged into that account, you're going to get a message that lets you know that an invite to join Coursera is going to be sent to your email. So whatever email you have associated to your Illinois WorkNet account will be what is notified once you have been granted access. You can see here that it can take up to 2 business days for that access to be granted. If you do not have an Illinois WorkNet account, you can click this Create Your Free Account and Access Your Free Courses button. That's going to direct you to the page where you can go and set up your Illinois WorkNet account. You're going to complete all the required fields and go through the steps of activating your Illinois WorkNet account. Once you complete that process, you're going to be directed to the same information page that's going to let you know that an invitation will be sent to Coursera, and you're going to get an email back in 2 days with access to those courses. So after you have gained access by setting up your Illinois WorkNet account or logging in with your Illinois WorkNet account and clicking to gain access, after those 1 to 2 business days have passed, you're going to get an automated email from Coursera that's going to allow you to access their free courses. You're going to go through the process of setting up the account with Coursera the rest of the way. And once you do that, you will then have your own Coursera login. So you'll use the link that you get in that email to set up your account, and then you will be able to start looking at different courses that are available to you. Once you log in, you're going to be directed to the My Courses section of Coursera. Let me zoom my page in here a little bit so you can see this better. The My Courses page is going to start out blank. You will not, be registered for any courses when you immediately sign up for Coursera, so this page will be empty. As you start signing up for different courses, they're all going to be housed here, so you'll be able to see the courses you are enrolled to complete, and then you'll be able to track how far along you are with those different courses. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start browsing the catalogs to see what courses are available to you. To browse the courses, you will click that Browse Catalog button. You will then begin to view the listing of the free online IT courses available. So you can see here as you scroll through these pages, you're going to have different sections. Each of these sections has these little arrows where you can spin through the different courses that each section has available. You can see as you scroll down through the page here, there are lots of different opportunities available. As you continue to scroll further down, it's just going to continue to load more and more courses for you. As you're viewing these different courses, you're able to click on each of these individual courses to find out more information about the specific course. So this information page is something you're going to want to make sure you're taking a really close look at as you're trying to determine what courses are going to be the best fit for you all. This information page allows you to see the different reviews for individuals who have completed this course. You can also identify who this course is offered by. So for this one, it's offered through Google. You also have the opportunity to enroll in or bookmark the course. So if you know this is a course you're wanting to take, you can click to enroll in that course. If you're not really sure if you want to enroll in the course, you can always bookmark it and save it for later. We highly recommend as you start browsing these courses that you start bookmarking the ones that you're interested in. That way you can go back after you've had a chance to look at all of the different opportunities out there and pick the one or two or three that are going to be best for you. You also are provided additional information about this course, so you can expand this section to learn more information about the course if you're not really sure what it is you're going to be learning based on just the description. You can also identify the different skills you're going to gain through the course. You can learn about the certificates or credentials that you might receive at the end of completing the course. You can identify the format of the course, so whether it's going to be 100% online or not. In this example, this course is 100% online. You can also identify the flexibility of the course. Are there set due dates or is it self-paced? This course, for example, is flexible and you can easily reset the deadline, so it is more of a self-paced course. Then you can identify the level. This is an important item to make sure that you understand before you enroll. You don't want to enroll in any intermediate or advanced level classes before you are ready, and vice versa. You don't want to be enrolling in any beginner level classes if you have advanced IT training. So you want to make sure you're picking courses that are at your level. You could identify the approximate amount of time it's going to take to complete the course. So you want to make sure that you're picking courses that have a time frame that you're interested in. If you're wanting to get a course done in a month, you don't want to take a course that's going to take you 250 hours to complete. You're going to want to look for a shorter course that you're going to be able to complete in a month's time. You can also identify the different languages that this course is available in. Several of our courses do have additional languages that they are available in. This example, it's only available in English, but I've seen several that are available in Spanish and other languages as well. As we scroll further down on this page, you can start to learn a little bit about the syllabus and see a breakout of what you're going to be learning each week. Again, these are self-paced, so if you want to complete week 1 and 2, sooner, you can definitely do that. But this does have it broken down into an easy-to-manage syllabus, so you can get an idea of what you could be focusing on during each of the different sections. Some of these have these click more buttons, so you can continue to see each week. And then at the bottom of this information page, there is a review section. So you can actually go in and read reviews from individuals who have completed this course. So this is a bit expanded upon what we saw at the top of the information page where we just saw the ratings. We can now see all the different comments about these different courses. As you're reviewing the catalog, you want to make sure that you're reviewing all the elements of the course to make sure that you're selecting a training option that will be best for you. As you can see, there were several different courses available, so don't feel pressure just to pick the first one you see. Use that bookmark feature to start compiling a listing of the different programs you're interested in and continue to drill down from there. You can always reach out to your local workforce center for more assistance on finding a training and identifying what's going to be best to help you meet your employment and training goals. I'm going to share a link in our chat for how you can easily find your local workforce innovation area center so that you can connect with one-on-one help if you are needing some assistance as you're browsing these courses to identify the one that's going to be the best fit for you. So this is going to conclude the portion of my presentation, just showing you all how to get access to Coursera and how to browse these courses from a high level. One of the next things we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to our partners, and we're going to hear directly from our partners on some of the great courses that they have available to you. So I'm going to grab my PowerPoint and get that pulled back open here. We did have a couple questions come in, so I want to take some time to address those before we do move on to our partners. Any questions that are partner specific, we will hold until after their presentations. So one of the first questions I got is there a way to link completion of these courses to LinkedIn? So when you start getting those different credentials and certificates, you will be able to get those pulled and you can add those to your LinkedIn pages if needed. Awesome. And I don't see any other questions. David, did you get any questions?
No, I did not.
And then I did get another question. Was IT selected for Illinois due to higher rate? Yes, IT was selected. It is a very in-demand occupation right now, and really beefing up people's skills around IT was where we were looking to take these Coursera courses. So we have another question. Can you sign up for your classes so you don't miss the September 30th cutoff? Yes, you can sign up for as many classes as you would like before September 30th. If you don't complete the classes, that's completely fine, but you do want to make sure that you sign up for any classes you would be interested in completing prior to September 30th. That way you have those available to complete by December 31st. And what is the deadline for completion again? So the deadline to enroll in the classes is the end of September, and the deadline to complete the classes is the end of December. If we do have any changes in those dates, we will be putting out news items through Illinois WorkNet. It'll be added as an announcement on the homepage. So just continue to check the informational pages because we'll always keep those updated with the most up-to-date information. I do see I'm getting a lot of questions coming in the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the partners. And then when we open things up for the question and answer portion, we will continue addressing all of these great questions that come in. Some of them are going to be covered though in the information our partners are going to be addressing. So without further ado, I would like to pass things over to our first partner, David Jacobs. He's the Senior Director for the National ABLE Network.
Thank you, Olivia. Good afternoon, everybody. As she said, David Jacobs with National ABLE up in Chicago, also oversee the IT Sector Center and IT Career Lab. And I just wanted to talk really broadly about IT careers in general. IT is not a monolithic industry, and then we'll kind of tie that to what Coursera is offering right now and some of the other training that's available out there. Why don't we go on to the next slide? Unless I have controlled it. There we go. We can skip this slide. If you're in Chicago, you probably already know about the IT Sector Center. Hopefully you attend IT Intent, a webinar I host on a regular basis. What I really want to talk about today, though, is the idea that that IT is not monolithic, that within this particular segment of industry, there are several different disciplines. IT infrastructure certainly being the piece that the Coursera package points to. If I was going to use an analogy, infrastructure are the plumbers. Just as much as the pipes in our walls, when they break, we call a plumber to get those fixed. The wires in our walls require maintenance as well. And so when you fill out a help desk ticket, back in the day when we were all in our offices, geez, I can't access the printer at the end of my row. You fill out a ticket and somebody comes, that's the IT infrastructure guy, the help desk guy, the plumber, so to speak. And that's certainly what this training points to, the Coursera Google IT Support Professional Certificate. Another broad piece of the IT industry are the folks who write the applications, the apps and the programs that sit on our phones and our computers. And if the plumbers are the ones that are maintaining the piping, these guys are close to being the appliance designers, that they create the dishwashers and washing machines that hook up to the plumbing in our walls. And with that, I'd point out that the bar to entry is a little bit higher as well. Just as much as you can learn to be a plumber fairly quickly, or at least the basics of plumbing, you can learn the basics of IT support, certainly through a course like Google is offering through Coursera. Coding and app development, certainly it requires a little bit more background and it requires a little bit more education. Third discipline we love to talk about in Cook County is if we've got the plumbers and the appliance designers, there are the people that are in charge of the water tower, because what flows through all of these wires around us, it's data. And this concept of managing all this data for storage and being able to draw insights as a business from this data is incredibly important. So this idea of big data management and data analysis is akin to saying, hey, I'm in charge of the water tower in my town, and I need to be able to draw off a specific 8 ounces of water from one side of the water tower. That's kind of the analogy we like to use as far as this other discipline within IT. Let's go on to the next slide. You know, these plumbers, help desk jobs, you'll hear level 1 help desk, entry level computer technician, computer desktop support are typical job titles. And you can get by with a 2-year degree, or even, frankly, you don't really even need a 2-year degree to be successful in this particular segment of the industry, but certainly a credential that's recognized by industry professionals. The Coursera certificate kind of points to that. It's not, you do get a certificate of completion here. It's not quite the equivalent of going out and taking an industry recognized exam like you would see from the Cisco folks who offer their CCNA, or CompTIA who offers the popular A+ certification. I will say the Coursera Google IT Support Professional can help you prepare for some of these exams. Do they stand on their own? It's yet to be seen. There's an incredible amount of demand in this industry. It's kind of counterintuitive, but as we've all decided to work remotely, there's been an explosion in infrastructure to support. And what we're starting to see, particularly in Cook County, is a fairly significant uptick in these kinds of jobs. Go on to the next slide. We'll go through these next couple pretty quickly here. You know, just want to reinforce that if you're thinking about, if you've got candidates that are thinking about some of these other disciplines, just bear in mind that the bar to entry is a little bit higher. Developing business applications or games require certainly a 2 or a 4-year degree, a little bit more difficult to do in a boot camp. Next slide, please. And certainly, if you're going to be doing business analysis work, a data science kind of work, a 4-year degree is almost required for some of those jobs. Go on to the next one. It's important to bear in mind, though, that all 3 of these disciplines have intersections in that you can start certainly in help desk and infrastructure and work your way into a coding job with the right bit of education. You can start in coding and app development, and if you want to go into infrastructure or big data, there are a lot of really easy transitions to make. Go on to the next slide. The big piece we tell candidates here in Chicago all the time is that attending courses, whether they be through Coursera or one of the other training providers, and National Able offers a great entry-level help desk set of courses as well. That's not the end of your learning journey when it comes to IT. That just as much as when the new iPhone gets released in the fall, there's going to be a long line of people who will upgrade their phones, even though they just bought a new phone last year. The entire industry of IT is like that, and they're always looking for the latest and greatest. And the technology continues to evolve. So the one thing we tell candidates, particularly adult learners who are making a career transition, is that your certification, your completion certificate is not the end. You've learned how to learn again. Keep on doing that. Go on to the next slide. I think that's it for me, actually. With that, I'll turn it back over to Olivia. Obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly at the IT Sector Center at National Able. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. Sorry, I was muted there. We really appreciate you covering all that great information. Next, we're going to turn it over to Kieran Larson with Tech Ready.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you for inviting me to be part of the event today. As Olivia said, my name is Karen Larson, and I work for Discovery Partners Institute, or DPI, which is a division of the University of Illinois system. And we are one of 2 organizations that have brought Tech Ready to life. My role at Tech Ready is managing the student experience. Next slide, please. Oh, go ahead and forward it again. Thank you. As I said, Tech Ready is a product of 2 organizations, DPI and P33. DPI empowers people to jumpstart their tech careers or companies in Chicago. DPI does 3 things: tech talent development for high demand jobs, applied research and development, and building Chicago's tech ecosystem. And P33 is a privately funded nonprofit focused on driving inclusive global tech and innovation leadership for Chicago. P33 collaborates to address gaps in Chicagoland's tech ecosystem to make Chicago a leading tech hub. They work to commercialize deep technology, build an inclusive workforce, and scale growth stage startups. So you can see that there's a nice overlap between these 2 organizations. Go ahead and forward to the next. So what is Tech Ready? DPI had originally planned to launch their workforce development initiatives in mid-2021, and then COVID came along and of course blew everything up. And with so many people unemployed and in the state and across the country, we knew that we needed to pull that forward right away. We partnered with P33 and launched Tech Ready in early June. Tech Ready is focused on increasing the availability and access to training programs in high demand tech fields. We offer certifications in many of our programs, and we also offer a student experience in some of the programs that would include study groups, coaching, and hands-on projects. The project has been curated, or the program has been curated with input from leading employer-driven data. We've grouped our programs into 4 categories that includes data analytics, cloud computing, cybersecurity, and software development. Next slide. And we're focused on 3 types of learners. So no matter if you already have some tech skills and are looking to accelerate your career by learning some new skills, or if you're looking to pivot from a non-tech professional career into technology, or if you're trying to get access into technology as a way to manage cyclical economies and access living wage opportunities, we offer programming to support your journey. Next slide. So today we're mostly focused on Coursera programming, and here are the 5 programs Tech Ready is offering that are delivered via the Coursera platform. They include, the first one is Accelerated Computer Science Fundamentals Specialization. All of these are basically specializations. This one is offered from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign Granger College of Engineering, and their program is offered on Coursera in software development category, developing intermediate skills over a 3-course series. The next one is AWS Fundamentals, and this is a Coursera proper program they've developed themselves, and that's in the area of cloud computing. And in that, you will develop foundational skills over a 4-course series. The third one is Cloud Computing Specialization. This is also from the Granger College of Engineering, and that is in cloud computing, developing intermediate to advanced skills over a 6-course series. So you can see some of them are a little bit longer than others. The fourth one is Data Mining Specialization, also through the Granger College of Engineering, and that one is focused on data and analytics, developing intermediate to advanced skills over a 6-course series. And the last one I'm going to talk about today is Introduction to Business Analytics and Information Economics. That's also through the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, but through the Gies College of Business. That one also is focused on data and analytics, developing foundational to intermediate skills, and that one is a 3-course series. So the benefits of these programs, as others have already said, are some flexibility, and you get the validity of having a certificate at the end. That'll give you access to jobs that you might not otherwise get a second look for. Next slide. So this slide shows the full spectrum of programs offered through Tech Ready, including the ones that aren't on Coursera platform, from schools like University of Chicago, University of Illinois Springfield, Illinois Tech, and the city colleges, as well as some partners like National Able, who you just heard from, Catalyte, and IC Stars. In total, we have 10 providers across our 4 learning tracks, offering over 20 different programs. In addition to offering programs across all skill levels, as I previously mentioned, the program durations run from a weekend to 32 weeks of learning, and from free to a couple $1,000s for a full certificate. Next slide. So in addition to offering content through our partner providers, we have a package of additional supports and enhancements for several of the programs to help you position yourself for success in the job market. First of all, we have enrollment support. We can help you figure out what program is best for you, help you identify and answer questions around the program, including deadlines, program curriculum, and prerequisite. In the center of the slide, you can see the bulk of the student experience is all wrapped around the program. So the content is centered around the content that our providers are offering, and then we layer on additional content in the form of weekly Wednesday webinar series, where we cover a balance of industry, program, and career-related topics. We recently had speakers on cybersecurity and artificial intelligence as applied through the Array of Things here in Chicago. We've also had program deep dives from our provider partners and general career development webinars like networking, career agility, and curating your life. On top of the program content, programs that include Tech Ready student experience will also have study groups in the form of small group cohorts that will work with industry coaches and have project opportunities to get hands-on experience that you can speak to during your job interviews. We also plan to include job search support and coaching in the near future. Last slide. So Tech Ready is new and ever evolving. You can join the community to stay up to date on our offerings and join us for speaker events and webinars. To find out more, go to www.techreadyillinois.com. Olivia, you're muted.
Thank you, Kieran. Thank you so much for your presentation. We really appreciate that great information. I did have a couple questions come in specific to some stuff you covered. Veronica asked, what is the research behind the success of your trainings?
Is this for all of the programs being discussed?
This is
Or just mine?
specifically for yours.
Okay, the research behind the success of our programs. We have a lot of statistics on our website around the growth of the IT sector, specifically around these 4 tracks. So given that so many people have unfortunately, a little extra time on their hands, we're hoping that people can use the training that we're offering to create better career opportunities for themselves. In addition, most of the programs that we have listed, we were able to secure significant price discounts for anyone looking to engage in them. So we already know that Coursera's programs are free through the end of September, completion by the end of the year. And then the programs offered through our other providers have also been steeply discounted.
Awesome. That actually kind of went into the next question that I had gotten from Virginia asking, are the Tech Ready courses free through Coursera or is there a fee for them?
Yeah, so the fees go directly to the providers. There's no money that comes to Tech Ready, and it runs the gamut. So as I said, the Coursera program, the Coursera platform offered courses are all free through the end of the year. And then the University of Illinois Springfield courses run about $75 for a 6-week course. University of Chicago program is a much longer program. It runs 6 months of time, and I think it's $2,600 for a full certificate. So our programs really do run sort of the gamut.
And Sarah asked, is this program beneficial for beginning/transitional workers, or would this be more of an advanced?
So we have a variety of programs that meet people at foundational level, intermediate, and advanced. In some cases, we're piecing things together from multiple providers to get you a start and then build on those skills.
Perfect. Well, Kieran, thank you so much for your time today and for answering all those questions that we did have come in. Some of the other questions I got were more general, so I'm going to save those until after hearing from our other presenters. So up next, we're going to be hearing from Christian Michael with Google.
Hey there, thank you. My name is Christian Michael from Google. I'm on the Google Career Certificate team, and I'm excited to talk about the Google certificates on Coursera that you'll have access to. Let's go back a few slides. It looked like we went too quickly there. So Google, the challenge we face in finding qualified candidates to join our own IT support team really inspired the creation of the IT Support Professional Certificate program. We knew that qualified did not have to mean having a 4-year college degree. And in fact, the majority of IT support jobs in the US don't require a traditional college degree. Next slide and next slide. I think 2 more slides. Yeah, right there. So we wanted to make these opportunities available to everyone. There are over 215,000 jobs in IT support in the US, and that number is projected to grow by 10% by 2026, faster than the average of all other occupations. In Illinois alone, there are over 9,000 of these positions, according to the most current Burning Glass data. And these, as you all know, are not just jobs, they're good paying jobs. The average wage for a computer user support specialist was about $51,000 a year. Next slide. Next slide. So we took what we learned from building our own pathway program And in January of 2018, we launched an online curriculum to take beginner learners, so those with no experience, what David called, I love how David calls this the plumbers, right? To entry-level job readiness at any company in less than 8 months. And the content was developed exclusively by Google and is available on Coursera. And our certificates have quickly become the most popular training on Coursera out of 3,800 courses offered by universities and other training organizations. And you can see here some of the course instructors, all of whom are former IT support specialists at Google. So this is a beginner, next slide. Looks like we're having some, it's doing some weird things here. So this is the Google IT Support Professional Certificate. This certificate is comprised of 5 different courses that introduce the learner through a mix of video lectures, quizzes, hands-on labs, and ways to troubleshooting, customer service, networking, operating systems, and systems administration and security. So again, these are sort of preparing, like David said, the plumbers. And you can see some of the statistics here from the course with 64 hours of video, 26 interactive labs, and 31 coding assignments. One of my favorite labs has learners practice and then grades them on how they install, update, and remove software on a Linux server. So through our Quick Labs technology, you all will have access to virtual servers and networks from your own computer, giving you access to hardware and software you wouldn't otherwise have access to. The other thing I want to mention about this certificate, like David had mentioned, we've aligned the certificate to align very well with CompTIA A+ certification. And we've actually partnered with CompTIA so that when you complete the Google IT Support Professional Certificate, you will then get a discount to take the CompTIA A+ certification. And when you pass that certification, you'll actually get a dual badge from Google and CompTIA that makes you even more attractive to employers when you put that on your LinkedIn profile or on your resume. Our certificate actually gives you a broader range of foundational skills too. So you're actually getting those sort of skills that you would see in the Network Plus or Security Plus certification with CompTIA. So we really designed this program to give you the fundamental skills that you would need in any sort of entry-level IT position. So let's talk about what David, I love this framing, David, the appliance designers. So that sort of next step, those programmers, right? We created a stackable pathway because IT support isn't just a job, it's a career path. So in January of this year, we launched a follow-on program called Google Automation with Python Professional Certificate. And this is a 6-course program that provides beginner level training in Python, now the in-demand programming language by employers. And similar to the entry-level IT cert, you can see some of the course stats here. So 29 weeks, 24 hours, again, project-based learning with those interactive labs through Quick Labs technology are available as well. So next slide. So these are the 2 certificates that are currently available on Coursera. We'll be launching additional certificates in the next few months around UX design, project management, and data analytics. Those should be available before the end of the year, which will also be on the Coursera platform. But I want to talk a little bit about job readiness resources that we've made available. Not only do we give learners the technical skills and provide them with the environment for practicing those skills, we also provide a bunch of career readiness resources. So you can see everything from prep videos to resume templates, Big Interview. If you just go to www.biginterview.com, you can see a quick demo video of what Big Interview is. It's essentially an artificial intelligence interview software that you can set and you can tell it, look, I'm looking for a job in information technology. I have 2 weeks to prepare for an interview. It will give you practice questions. It will rate how you respond to those practice questions via video, and it will give you feedback. And it will actually make a program and build a program for you that gets more challenging as your interview progresses. So this is just one example of some of the job readiness resources that we have available. Also, you can see here too, we offer that discount with CompTIA with A+ certification. Next slide, please. What is critically important is job placement. My team at Google is laser focused on making sure that we're connecting completers of our certificate programs with job placement. We have a consortium of over 50 hiring companies and counting, dedicated to considering learners who have completed our certificate programs. We're also working with local community colleges, workforce development boards, chambers of commerce, IT sector strategies, nonprofit organizations, to extend this model to local and regional employers so that when employers join a free hiring consortium, they get access to you talent that has been produced by way of these certificate programs. And it actually connects those employers to a job platform that you will have access to as a completer of the certificate program. So next slide, I'm going to show you very quickly what my profile looks like on the Coursera platform. If we can just go to that next slide. There is my profile. You can see my job experience, my education. In terms of badging, any course that you complete on Coursera, it will show up in your profile on the Coursera job platform when you complete one of our certificate programs. And our employers that are part of our hiring consortium are actively looking through completer profiles as they're looking to fill positions. And like I said, we're building up this hiring consortium. We have a large number of national employers, but we're looking for even more local and regional employers to join our hiring consortium so that they have access to you all as you complete the certificate programs. So I'll stop there and I'll see if there are any questions for me.
Yeah, and we did get in a question. Anne asks, are the Google classes compatible for Apple Mac operating systems?
Yes, absolutely. They're available on any sort of platform, and they're even mobilely optimized as well for your mobile devices.
Awesome. That was the only question we got in that wasn't more of a general question. So Christian, thank you so much for your time today and walking through the different Google courses that are available. I apologize, for some reason my PowerPoint slides were just ready to move on to the next one.
They were trying to move me along so quickly. But yeah, thank you. I've enjoyed this time. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Up next, we have Jennifer Foster with the Illinois Community College Board. She's going to be talking a little bit about what ICCB has available. Jennifer, I want to make sure we have you unmuted. For some reason, it's not wanting to stay on your slide either.
I think I'm here.
Perfect. And we will go ahead and jump in. Is there a PowerPoint you're wanting to go through, Jennifer?
I do have one available, but I can talk through it if need be.
Okay. Let me see here. I am not able to see your screen on my end to be able to give you the access to share it. Are you logged in as two different individuals, or do you see a share button that you can click?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen so you can share yours. Are you able to get that selected, Jennifer?
Yes. I think that the screen is just frozen, but I'll just go on and talk through it. It'll be just fine. I will make these slides available a little bit later. I just wanted to give an overview of the community college system. We are a system of 48 community colleges that provide affordable and transferable courses and programs offered across Illinois. And we do have information on the Illinois workNet site. It's right under the free Coursera courses. There are a wide selection of community college courses and programs that can assist individuals in some short-term training, or if an individual wants to continue on to receive an associate's degree. As a part of what we're doing as a part of Coursera, the information technology area is something that all of our community colleges have. And information is available on the Illinois workNet site in terms of how you access and can view those courses that are offered by each of our community colleges. So we're quite excited about this process and quite excited about the differing programs and services that are offered at our community colleges. A lot of those courses connect very well with what has been discussed already. We have courses that are offered by various colleges in terms of database associate, looking at an IT support technician certificate, a network technician, maybe some CompTIA. We heard from a little bit about CompTIA, network and PC technician, certifications, web client developer. So a wide range of IT programs. So once an individual completes our Coursera course, we would like for them to register with our community colleges. And as I stated, on Illinois workNet, there is a link to all of our community colleges. So I would like to have a discussion about one of our programs that we're excited about, which is our comprehensive apprenticeship program in the information technology area. This program is as a result of a $4 million grant from the Department of Labor. And as a part of the Department of Labor activities, we were able to fund approximately 10 colleges throughout our state to offer differing programs and services related to the IT profession. So we have the IT pathways for these colleges, including IT generalist, network systems, some programming and software development, as well as an IT generalist. We talked about that, and a variety of different things. So we're looking at how do we expand those activities as they relate to IT, as it relates to manufacturing, as it relates to the automotive field, as it relates to transportation. So we're quite excited that we're able to partner with various partners, including our Jobs for the Future, who is a real leader in this area of apprenticeship, CompTIA being one of our partners, 1 Million Degrees, because it's so important to make certain that we have support services for all of our students. We have our Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, Employment and Security, Department of Human Services, and we have an array of professional development partners that we work with. We are primarily working with individuals that are unemployed, underemployed, that are incumbent workers, those who are veterans, people of color, women, ex-offenders, those that are transitioning from services, military spouses, just in a lot of individuals that if you're interested in the IT field or you're interested in getting into an apprenticeship program, you can access that information at the Illinois WorkNet. So we're quite excited about these programs and other programs that the community college system offers related to apprenticeship and also related to the information technology. So as we take a look at a lot of our model is concentrated on trying to get individuals into an apprenticeship through bridge programs or other apprenticeship models that we provide technical skills, credentials like basic certificates to help an individual get into the employment market. We also focus on essential and employability skills to make certain that a participant has those specific skills that will help them to be successful as a part of the technology program. So we're quite excited about the fact that we can provide a variety of different services to a lot of different individuals in order to enhance their skills so that they are successful not only in pursuing more education after Coursera, but pursuing employment opportunities after they have completed the training. So that concludes my presentation. I will make certain that those slides are available as a part of this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. We did have a few questions that came in. One of them, the College of Lake, they offer the CAPIT opportunities, correct?
Yes, they do. They offer a pathway of the IT generalist and also the network systems area.
Perfect. And then we had another question that says, do you have to take courses from the community college in your district, or can you take courses out of district?
You can take courses. We prefer that you take courses in district so that you don't have to pay those out-of-district fees. But there are some collaborations that are happening between our colleges that will necessitate that. Let's just say, for example, if a college does not offer an IT profession within an area, then they can go, then a student may opt to go to a partner college. But as long as those course offerings are offered in the district, then the student does not have to pay out-of-district fees. So that is our preference, because we're trying to make certain that you keep the cost down as a student.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jennifer. Those were the only two questions that came in specific to your, oh, we just had another one come in. The question is, what, if any, CAPIT program is offered at the Prairie State College?
Prairie State College currently offers the programming and software development pathway. And we have a college, an Oakton Community College offers an IT generalist. Kishwaukee also offers a programming software and development. The City Colleges of Chicago is definitely offering information and cybersecurity. We have Illinois Central College that does programming and software, as well as Parkland College offering the generalist and systems network. Lincoln Land Community College, Richland Community College is offering cybersecurity, and also Wren Lake Community College is working in the area of generalist and network systems. So a total of 10 community colleges. And if you're interested in more information, you can visit our website at www.iccb.org.
I will share the link to that in our chat here. That is also linked from the Illinois WorkNet page for that training quick start guide. So if you guys navigate to that, you can get to all of the different ICCB links. It's the second option I have up on my screen here. So you guys can access all of the great information that the Illinois Community College Board has available. So we'll go ahead with the last little bit of our time, start digging into these questions that we got. You all were asking some really great questions. One question I saw a lot was, are we going to have this recorded, and can you get a copy of the PowerPoint presentations? We are recording this, and after everything is done running, we'll be sending out an automated email to everybody who registered for the event. You'll be getting a copy of the PowerPoints we looked at today. We'll also include the PowerPoint from ICCB that we did not get the opportunity to see, as well as a copy of the recording, so you can easily refer back to any of this great information at any point in time. I had one question come in specific to the Google courses, but this does kind of apply across all the different courses. The question is, for Google IT and Coursera certificate courses, are we able to take more than one course in parallel to another? Yes, you can be actively completing as many courses as you want, as long as you have enrolled for them. Let me scroll back up to the top of our questions. John asked, once December 31st comes, what is the cost for Coursera? That is going to differ depending on the different training programs. Each training program will have a different cost, and it's going to show you, let me see if I can jump back over here. Those training costs are then going to start being updated. So instead of seeing that it's free to enroll and sponsored by Illinois IT, that section is going to be updated to show you that cost information after December 31st. We had another question come in that says, from Andrew, that says, I am enrolled in Coursera classes that will take about 2 months. If I am hopefully employed soon, will I be able to complete my classes? Yes, you'll be able to complete any classes that you have enrolled in and you're taking, even if you do get a job, prior to December 31st, as long as you had enrolled in those classes prior to September 30th. Joe asked a very similar question. If you do have employment, you will still be able to take those courses. Your courses are not going to be stopped or affected in any way if you do get a job. And then we had another question come in. Is there a way to search the course list? One of the things I would recommend doing is, as you're viewing these, the browse catalogs for the Illinois IT courses does not have search features up at the top, but if you click Control F on your computer, you can have the find bar, so you can start typing in keywords for things you might be looking for. Like if you're wanting to know if there's an Excel course, you can see that there's 2 references to Excel. So I can jump through here and try to pinpoint where those Excel courses are. You might have to scroll through some of these items a little bit to find them, but you can use that feature to track those items down. So right here is the intro to using Excel data. That was actually the next question we had is, are there any Excel courses offered? You will want to kind of go through and look here. I know that we do have some courses that are kind of, bigger overviews of using some of the different Microsoft tools. So definitely be something you can search for. Next question is, with the listed employers for courses, does Coursera offer an employer profile, i.e. company culture atmosphere? Thanks. Dana, I am not 100% sure if I understand that question correctly. So while I'm answering some of these other questions, if you want to give me a little more information on what you're looking for there, we can be sure to get it addressed. Jerome asks, how do I reset my password? Jerome, when you go to log into your Illinois WorkNet account, I don't think it's going to work because I'm already logged in. But when you go to log in, there's going to be a forgot password button right at the bottom of the login screen. You can click that and you will be able to reset your password. I had another question come in. Do you offer hospitality courses? All of these courses that we have available through the Illinois IT online training are going to be IT focused. Lewis asks, is there a limit to how many classes I can sign up for? There is no limit. You can sign up for as many classes as you need. Somebody else asked, confirming that it takes 2 business days to get access to Coursera through Illinois WorkNet. It takes up to 2 business days. Typically, we get those, granted a lot sooner. We're going in and getting everything pulled twice a day and submitting that over to Coursera. So you should typically get those sooner than 2 business days, but it will not be any longer than 2 business days. Veronica asks, at this moment, I only have my smartphone and an old tablet. Does the state provide any type of support for getting access to technology in order to participate in IT training? That is a great question, Veronica. That would be something you would want to connect with your local workforce innovation area on to see if there are any programs in your area or statewide that you could apply for to get some assistance and getting some technology to help support you as you complete these courses. I'm going to reshare the link to the Illinois WorkNet Service Finder that'll allow you to connect to your local workforce innovation area. Then we have a general question for the end. For all employers offering a class through Coursera, is there a place one can go to review the culture atmosphere of an employer? So right now, most of our classes are not offered necessarily through employers. We do, have it through a lot of our different partners and some different education sources. I would recommend, if you're looking for reviews to kind of figure out, the atmosphere of the different classes, to take a look at these review sections to actually hear real in-person stories from people who have actually completed these courses. You can see, when they completed them. So one's from a couple years ago, this one's from a year ago. So you can try to find more up-to-date comments that may have been left. And then Dana also clarified on her earlier question. She was wanting to look for obtaining employer details such as mission statements. That is not available on this information page, but you can see that sometimes they will have linked additional information. You can always be sure to check that out, and if it's not in the About Them or in this, you can always go directly to the employer's website to see if you can engage any more, or employer or partner, because like I said, they're not always employers, but you can go to their website to try to gauge more information on them. And then Jess asks, is there any restrictions to sign up if you're taking courses with any other Illinois programs? No, we do not have any restrictions in place. As long as you're an Illinois citizen, you're good to go to register for those courses. And then somebody was having some issues downloading the CAPIT presentation. I'm going to be including that in a summary email I send out. So if you weren't able to grab that from the chat, you can definitely get that from the email that I'm going to be sending out. It usually takes our webinars about 24 hours to get everything processed afterwards. So we'll be sending something out tomorrow for you guys to access all the great information. And then Gwen asks, what happens once the courses end in December? So when the courses end in December, if you have not completed your course, you will no longer have the ability to go in and access it for free. The costs are going to be associated with those courses again. So in order to gain access back to those courses, you will have to pay the cost associated with that specific course. And as I mentioned earlier, those costs are going to be different per course. So that's why it is really important, if you're wanting to get these trainings covered at no cost, that you're getting them completed prior to December 31st. And you have until the end of September to enroll in those courses. So to make sure you're enrolled in them, you need them to show under your My Courses. So you can see here under My Courses, I've enrolled in the Google IT support and some other courses. These are all going to start, these all show that I have enrolled in them. If they're not showing here on this page, then you have not enrolled in the course. You need to go back and find that course and make sure that you're clicking the Enroll for Free button. Once you click that button, you will then be enrolled in the course, and you'll have till December to get it completed. Somebody asks, I am not legally a resident. I am a legal resident, not a citizen. Can I still sign up? Yes, as long as you are a legal resident and you have an Illinois address, you will be able to sign up for these courses. You just need to make sure that you're using that Illinois address when you do go in to set up your account. And I believe we've got most of the questions answered. I do want to take a second to just make sure. Somebody had also asked is if we had some additional information on how you can update your LinkedIn with courses, or I'm sorry, certificates or degrees you may earn through Coursera. We currently do not have any information on how to do that available through Illinois WorkNet, but you could check out LinkedIn. I'm sure they have some great informational documents that will go through how you can get some of those digital badges or certificates uploaded and added to your LinkedIn page. And we had another question, am I able to sign in for these courses from the pages of IDES? No, you will need to come to Illinois WorkNet in order to gain access. So in order to be granted access, you come to Illinois WorkNet to access that. After you've been granted access, you will then go directly to Coursera moving forward, and you will log in with the account you set up through Coursera using the email confirmation email you get. And then you will be able to access all of your Coursera courses directly through Coursera. Oh, and Andrew said, for the individual who is asking about how you link things up to Coursera, he said, when a Coursera class is completed, they provide instructions on how to add crews to LinkedIn profiles. He's already did it. So Coursera will be giving you more information on how you can add that to LinkedIn. I believe that was Virginia who is wondering that. And then final question that we'll answer for today. We are about 10 minutes over, but we had some great content, so we want to make sure we're getting this all addressed, is if you go through your WorkNet office, there are classes to help you with LinkedIn. Oh, so not a question, but just some more information. So that Service Finder link I sent you, where you can locate your Illinois WorkNet office, as well as you can locate a bunch of different organizations in your area that offer different services, such as resume writing or getting assistance finding trainings, or trying to learn what programs might be out there to help you fund different technology needs to be able to participate in these courses. You can use that Service Finder, but then your WorkNet, your local WorkNet center will be able to help you with more information, and some of them will offer LinkedIn classes as well. I want to thank you all for your time today. I'm going to jump to my end slide here so you guys can all grab our information and the event you need it at a later date. You can always reach out to us through our help desk, which I'm going to type that email in the chat. It is info@illinoisworknet.com. Make sure I typed this correctly. Oh, sorry, Steve, I sent that directly to you. Send that to the whole group. So if you guys ever have any questions, as you actually start getting into this and browsing courses, or if you're, looking for additional services to help support you as you are completing these courses or looking for employment, please reach out to us at info@illinoisworknet.com. We are here 5 days a week working to help you guys so you guys can meet your employment and training goals and we can get you where you need to be. We really appreciate you all taking the time today to come and sit on our webinar and hear from all of the great partners that we had on today to talk to you more about the different opportunities that they have available. So again, thank you so much for your time. Big thanks to all of our partners for taking time out of their day. We couldn't do it without them. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll be getting you guys an email with all this information within 24 hours.